Flowers and leaves and strange creatures are coming out of the woodwork in Moscow. The Organica art exhibit at the Solyanke Gallery is giving a glimpse of just how popular nature is becoming in metropolitan homes in the country's capital. Curator Tanya Polyeva dreamt it up after a summer spent in the choking smoke, thick heat, and dense traffic of Moscow last year.
I decided to be probably the first to put this on the table and to name the project Organika, so to have this Russian ending to the greening of culture, which in Moscow yet didn't start, you know. So still galleries are not actually participating in this process in Moscow. All over Europe, in the States, these issues are already on the agenda.
The City Duma's Eco Committee agrees. If pretty and quirky works of art can change people's mindset, then so be it.
Even the best eco-laws aren't enough to change things. As the Russian saying goes, it's better to see one time than to hear hundreds of times. That's why exhibitions like this are important.
The aim of the Organica exhibit isn't just about showcasing nature. It's also about the individual materials used by these innovative artists and where they were when the pieces were created.
German artist Hans Mendler uses the resources around his home in the Hungarian countryside.
I peel it and I put it into my studio or in the backyard where I'm working, and I let it stay there maybe for 2 or 3 days just to watch the wood, the piece of wood. I can look at these things, but I have to look at the piece of wood, and then comes the idea that now I try to make a girl with a
skirt?
With a skirt. That's a simple idea, a girl with a skirt.
A simple girl with a skirt out of the trunk of a tree, something Polyeva's artists have in common.
The origin of their art is nature itself, because they are surrounded by nature. If probably they lived in Moscow, maybe they will be doing something else, but they are surrounded by nature, so they want to preserve it, to keep it for their children.
One painter will sit in a client's garden, paint a simple flower for days, and put it on their wall, reminding them of just what's outside their front door. He's done it for 20 years.
I hope to see more eco-minded people come out of this. You might have some new kind of feelings about the world. You might want to take care of it and not just yourself. That's the main task of this exhibition, the educational one.
And what is Mr. Donkey Man made of again, did I ask?
That's also oak tree.
Oak, okay.
Yeah. The classical material is oak tree. I have friends that are working in the forest, and I buy my oak trees. So 2 meters, 60 centimeter pieces of wood are laying in the garden and waiting until I can do something with them.
So is he running around the countryside swinging axes for material? No. Oftentimes, neighbors must chop a tree they love and don't want to part with it. So it becomes a gift for Mendler.
Then they come after some years, they come and say, hello, Mr. Mendler, what did you do out of my tree? Where is it? And I had to say, look, here it is, for example, here it is.
Do you want to buy it?
You want to buy it? Then you can have it at home again.
And if he doesn't like the sculpture he's working on, it becomes fodder for the fire in his studio, taking nature, turning it into art, and then into renewable energy. Lindsay France, Primetime Russia, RT.